Livereaction, please! What's up, guys? I'm here, and we want to do a breakdown / live reaction and review to chapter 158 of Sakamoto Days, which is known as Super Sumo. And I still don't know what Shin's cooking. I've had an entire week to think about what Shin could be cooking, but I ain't smelling nothing. All I'm smelling is burnt meat, because all I see is someone getting their meat burnt, because it's literally Hanuma versus Shin. You know, the guy who's like comparable to Hyo in strength, if not superior, and is actively holding himself back 9 out of 10 times and dunks Shin through concrete floors, collapsing entire upper floors of building. Like, I don't know. I generally don't know, but it's Shin, right? It's Shin. He's still important to get got, right? So let's see. I'm just interested. I'm interested. Let's see, Shin. Cook it up a little bit. Let's not waste any more time, and let's hop right into it. Editing me. Ready. 3, 2, 1, go. What's up, guys? That guy with a pencil here. Fun fact, I do happen to have it on me and keep it on me at all times. And another fun fact, I mean, Shin has both gloves, and they both seem to be active, right? But, like, it's Haruma, who ate one of your punches right to the gut and then stood up like, I mean, it was alright. Like, bro had no reaction. Bro, literally, like, if Lightwork no reaction was a person, it would be Haruma. Shin, like, I don't know how, like, notably, I don't think he's beating Haruma here either. I think that would be too detrimental to the narrative, right? Like, don't get me wrong, a lot of people are hoping Shin will mystically, magically become, a lot of people are hoping that Shin will mystically, magically become order level through this fight. I don't think so. I think that's still way too far off. Remember, I think at this point, Sakamoto himself still isn't even order level. Like, prime skinny Sakamoto. Or not prime Sakamoto. Obviously, prime Sakamoto is order level. He's beyond order level. He's the strongest assassin in history. Call him Ryoma. But, like, in terms of current Sakamoto, remember, not too long ago, like, what, 2 arcs back, after slimming down and using the entire environment, he couldn't properly beat Kanaguri, who was an order member? And, like, you're telling me Shin leaped up to that level of Sakamoto? Alright, no, he's still chasing after him. And Haruma, well, he's clearly not, at least while he's in the suppressed state, well, he's clearly not order level himself. Or at least, like, top tier order level member. Once again, it's hard to discern, like, the upper ranks and the lower ranks of the order. The only thing we could hypothetically assume is Kamehite is, like, the weakest in close combat, because he's a sniper, and Osoragi would be the weakest, because she seems like the most recent member that we know of. Obviously, Hyo was the weakest, but Hyo's gone now. So in terms of the living order members, Osoragi is most likely the most bottom tier, because she's the least senior, fresh out the farm, and she was subordinate, for the most part. She's still extremely powerful, don't get me wrong. I still think she's order tier. Obviously, she is in the order. But Haruma was running a 3v1. Shishiba came out with, like, minor scratches. Like, he took damage. But remember, he was running a 3v1. And he still was doing relatively fine. And it was a 3v1 between Kumanomi, Haruma, and Carolina Reaper. Mid-range, close range, and long range. And they were still not able to take him out. So don't get me wrong, Haruma, while suppressed, once again, I'm going to say while suppressed, we've yet to see bro fight conventionally, where Kumanomi just says, flat out, he's stronger. I still don't think Shin should be, like, suppressed order tier member. Like, I just don't think so. So I'm interested to see how Suzuki-sensei ends up handling this. Honestly, I don't see Shin becoming order member for, like, another 100 chapters or so. Like, I legit don't, I think it's too soon. But let's see. Let's settle this with a sumo match. A sumo? Is sumo wrestling? Is sumo wrestling a sport or a martial art? More importantly, his body should be at its limits. Yeah, I guess it does count as a sport, right? Because, like, martial arts in ways are sports, depending on how you, like, judge them. Like, technically, UFC is a sport. So is boxing, so is kickboxing, mixed martial arts in general, taekwondo, karate, they're all technically sports. Like, you do go through competitions for those. Of course, there naturally means to defend yourself, right? But, like, most of the time, they've been commercialized into sports, I'd say. Obviously, they aren't sports in the same way that something like soccer or football or basketball is a sport, where you need to, like, not hurt people. Well, hurt people in the case of something like football, American football at least. But not, like, you aren't punching people in American football. That's a foul. You aren't punching people in basketball. That's a foul. But even in sumo, I'm not sure if do you punch? I don't know enough about sumo, I will admit. But I do find it funny that Harm was like, Huh. I'm not... Does this fit into my gimmick? Hold on. Am I being challenged here? Can I accept this challenge? He was looking devious at the end of the last chapter, so I'm shocked he's actually holding back. And wow, that's nice. You know what? I like that Haruma's still kind enough to be like, he's not built for that. Like, once again, it's still insulting, right? It's still obviously insulting. But I like how Haruma's just straight up like, you weren't built for this, bucko. I don't know. I don't see your motive here. If we sumo, you go. Like this isn't a fair fight. I've literally been boggy bagging you, slamming you through buildings. This has not been fair. I do like how Haruma just directly acknowledges that. Once again, for a character who I was mostly indifferent to ever since his introduction, I'm slowly starting to like him a lot more. And this is one of the things that, like, subtle respect and disrespect. Bro was about to walk away from Shin last chapter because he was bored. And because Shin clearly wasn't a threat to him. And he had an actual job to do, not playing with a young adult. The disrespect! But he still respected Shin's life enough. He's like, dude, I'm not here to off you. And I mean, you did a good enough job surviving so far. I'll leave you be. But you're trash, though. That's why I'm able to leave. Because you suck, though. Deuces. But, let's see. That thing probably enhances his physical strength beyond what he can handle. But he might only have one or two charges left. However. Uh-oh! And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you know Shin's in trouble, because he hit him with the however. Let's see. He still hasn't given up on this fight. His eyes look like those of a first-rate athletes. Ah. Once you see that, it's in his head though, so it's like hard to, like. See, the thing is though, I'll usually verbally compliment somebody or like externally compliment. I'm very. There are a few times where I'll like have a compliment in my head and not say it to somebody if I'm in this situation. Like if I'm reflecting on something about an interaction I had, then I won't like stop everything, call and be like, you did really good. But like if we're in the moment, you did a good job. Like I won't hold back. I'll immediately compliment somebody. But I do like that Haruma's like, I mean, hey, he's built like that, for real. Like, I have to respect his gall. Like, essentially, I see this sort of as the friend that knows they're worse than you in something. Whether it be a fighting game, whether it be an actual sport, whether it be any means of competition or metric, but they keep running it back. Like, they keep challenging you in the 1v1 in basketball, or soccer, or American football. Well, I'm not sure how you would 1v1 in American football, but, like, they challenge you in the 1v1 there. Or they challenge you on, for my example, all the time. You know who you are. You don't watch the channel. But like if you did, you know who you are. Where, you know, I could literally let you get my first two characters off. And I have 2 bars and sparking with trunks. And I will win. Like, I will win. You know this. Your whole team is forfeit. Yet you keep running it back anyway. And I respect it. I respect the gall. That's how you get it. That's how I got better. Kept getting my fade run. So I respect the hustle. Heck, I'm that individual. In Guilty Gear, I suck at Guilty Gear Strive. I still play my homie in it, though. He keeps whooping me, though. And it's embarrassing. I've never even taken a round off his main. I've been lucky enough to take a round off some of his secondaries. Like, he mains Ramethal. But I also main Ramethal. So we hate doing mirror matches. But in terms of, like, his secondaries, he just recently picked up Elfelt and is currently learning. I'm still losing. I'm that bad at Strive. Bro's played Elfelt for, like, maybe 50 matches, and he's still washing me. But still, I'll run it back. And I do like that. The fact that Haruma's willing to be like, yo, okay. I see, you got the determination. You have that dog in you. I respect the dog. Let's see. I'm taking a gamble. If I keep fighting like this, I'll have no chance of beating this guy. Sumo's the only way for me to instantly slam him with all my remaining power. No idea if I could. Wait, what? No idea if that's considered a sport or not. Oh, wow. Is it not? Hold on. I'm whipping out the Googler. Is sumo not a sport? That's actually bamboo. Is sumo a sport? Professional sumo wrestling in Japan dates to the revival of public matches after the 1600s. It's called a Japanese national sport. So yeah, it's a sport. It's a sport. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, at least I consider it a sport. Notably, it didn't raise any red flags in my head. That's why I was so concerned for Shin at the end of the last chapter. I was like, you want to challenge who? To what? But Shin, once again, you clocked this guy dead in the gut with one of your charges. He walked it off. Like, I mean, notably, I get why Shin's going so hard for this, because essentially, all he's trying to do is prevent Sakamoto from presumably getting jumped. They may have an idea that Nagumo is there protecting the chair. If they even know that's Uzuki's motivation. I think they do. But that's probably Shin's main thought process, right? The longer I hold this guy here, the longer Sakamoto sensei and likely Nagumo have to double team, and then if the chairman's any strong, triple team Uzuki. And then hopefully they can subdue Uzuki. But if Haruma gets there, that's another threat. If Kumonome gets there, that's another threat. If Carolina Reaper gets there, that's another threat. So essentially Shin's basically holding the line, but I'm shocked that he expects to win. Even in something like Sumo. Like, I don't know. I guess maybe like slam dunking somebody with both gloves, full charge, head first into the ground, maybe would knock Hanuma out. But I don't know, man. After he no-sold every single one of your attacks, including one of your amped ones, I'm not sure winning's in the card for you, buddy. But let's see. Now it's just a matter of... I actually fused their two voices there. Now it's just a matter of whether this plan will work. Uh-oh. Yeah, look, so he's buying time. He's buying time. Alright, yeah, he knows. He knows. Okay, you know what? I like that, though. I like that Suzuki-sensei, well, admittedly, drastically amping Shin's durability, or at least that's what it feels like, considering how many hits Shin is just... Once again, the man got slammed through a floor. A whole second floor. Bro got dumped through a building. But I do like that Suzuki-sensei isn't like, oh, no. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. That man, what is happening? Light Sensei, what are you doing? Why are you being lost? What? Don't lose me into the darkness, please. Okay, golly, but I like that Suzuki Sensei is like, no, don't worry, Shin is not order level, nor am I making Shin order level. Not now. Give it some time. Let him cook a little bit, but right now he's not gonna end up being order level. That. I like it. Once again, I'm fine with Shin getting stronger. Shin, from the beginning of series, would get washed 15 times over by current Shin. It's not even a question. But I like the progressive power growth. I don't want bro to go from not even chunky Sakamoto tier to order level. That's just too big a leap to happen too quickly. But let's see. Let me ask you something. Why are you fighting so hard and risking your life? So look at that. I thought Harmo was going to go into like a philosophy thing last chat, and he kind of did. He went into his philosophy. Admittedly, it was a bit more simple than I thought it was going to be, but it makes sense for the context of the character. But I do like that Harmo's like, I really don't get you. Because I honestly, it's kind of that whole shonen protagonist thing in the first place. I could never be a shonen protagonist. I couldn't. Not a traditional one. I could be an overpowered shonen protagonist. You want to make me overpowered? Want to make it so I can one-shot all my opponents? You want to turn me into Saitama? We can do that. We can talk about that one. That one, that's manageable. But I cannot be a traditional shonen protagonist where I need to consistently get beat up over and over again. Especially by the same guy. That would get discouraging so quickly. I could never do that. Never. But Shin's willing to do that. And I like how Haruma, as a villain, or as an antagonist at least, I mean he's a villain, he's like, dude, for what reason are you shonen protagonizing me right now? Like, what is the reason? What is the point? Why are you approaching me like this? It's a valid question. It's a genuine question to ask, especially coming from someone like Haruma, who has a reason for why he fights the way he does, right? Like, obviously, Kumonome fights with magnets because that's how they were raised to. Carolina Reaper fights with fire because that's how they were raised to. But Haruma doesn't have a special gimmick that was imposed on him, just like how Gaku doesn't. Both of them choose their ways of interacting with the world, interacting with combat. Haruma chooses sports, Gaku chooses video games. So, naturally, Haruma, someone who sees the game linearly, or sees the world linearly, seeing the world through sports, is looking at Shin, who, let's just say Shin's the opposing team here, and they're playing basketball. Haruma's up 70 points. Fourth quarter, 3 minutes left. Why are you still playing the game? Like imagine if you saw that on like an NBA court. One team was up 70. Score was 130. My natural question would be like, dude, I'd leave. It'd be a waste of time to keep playing. Obviously, we're getting body bagged. But naturally, Shin is shonen. So he's going to keep fighting back. And once again, yeah, the inspiration is Sakamoto. Someone I admire trusted me to handle their back. That's the only reason I need to fight. So be it. I accept your challenge. In the spirit of lethal sportsmanship. He's about it, though. You know what? I bet on some level, in some way, probably not as much as Shin does, but I feel like Haruma almost identifies with Shin on something like that. Like, I see what you mean. I understand it. I can respect it. Because remember, Haruma still is Uzuki's subordinate. He believes in Uzuki, presumably to some sort of degree. I highly doubt he's just there for the vibes. So, in a way, as Haruma's doing his job and going to support his reason for fighting, Shin's doing the same. And I think Haruma can respect that. I think that's why he smiles here. Like, look at that. He's like, okay, I accept it. Let's put my spin on it, though. Lethal sportsmanship. However, what happened? What is this? Whoa. Oh, I just read that. Wait a minute, what? Is that did someone throw Gaku's body out the window? What is this? Did Haruma, like, summon something? What is happening? What is this? How did he do that? Wait, is that Kuma? I thought that was, like, Gaku's body. No, bro just summoned swords. How did he do that? Wait a minute. Haruma, do you have powers? Wait a minute. Haruma, do you have superpowers, bro? Hold on. Why is my lighting so bad? I don't... Something about this is bottom. Are you like? Why are you orange? I feel like that one meme. Why are you blue? What? But why am I? Why am I orange? That seems bad. I don't know. Sorry, I don't know. I didn't change the setting on this thing. It's bothering me because it keeps looking at me. But okay, I don't even know how, bro. Did he like? Oh. Okay. He walked into the building and threw these. Okay, I was about to say. I could not tell what happened here. But yeah, he turns around, walks into the building, grabs the swords, and circles them around here. Okay. I was so confuzzled for a second. Let's see. Allow me to add a rule. Whoever gets pushed out, perishes. Oh no, but then Shin has to win! Wait! How's he gonna do? I think he's gonna reach Haruma's heart somehow. Because there's no way Shin's actually beating Haruma in a sumo match. Fine with me. Let's just get started already. Shin! That's not legal! Shin! You ain't like that anymore, little bro. That's not you. That's literally not, that's the number one rule of the story. You can't do that. Shin? Do you remember what you signed up for, Bucko? You can't do that. I see. You're prepared. But what are you planning? Haruma knows. He's like, something suspicious. I've been bodying you too much. I've been bodying you way too much for you to be coming in this cleanly. But what are you planning? Okay, yo. What is that? Sumo shell to mean raise one's spirits when a match is deadlocked. Shin, the match is not deadlocked. He's whooping you. But let's see. Oh. Interesting. Did he time that? So the water rises up as Haruma's charging. Fountains? Can Haruma actually be stopped? That feels... Can he really be stopped by fountains? I mean, I guess some of those are highly pressurized. But I don't know. The way Haruma's been just eating stuff, I'm shocked that he can even be pushed back by this. Especially in motion. Fountains? Ah. Okay. I see it. That's it. He's gonna use the freeze thing, right? Sheesh. That guy's always saving me. Once again, but I don't know. I love his just nonchalant look. He's like, wasn't expecting this. Something about it. It just seems he's so smooth with it, so buttery with it. He's consistently. Like, I know some people just have naturally high cheekbones, so like they don't even have to do that. But still, dog, what? Beep. The fountains are being frozen. So did Shin like leap to dodge this? He was hiding a weapon like this? Ah, there we go. But your strike still won't work on me. Yeah, I mean, Haruma he's so far, I feel like he's been the bulkiest. Like, even more than, like, Gaku, especially more than Kumanomi. Look what happened to her arm. But, like, more than Gaku, more than Kumanomi, more than even Uzuki. I feel like Haruma's kind of been the tankiest. Like, I don't see any of the other Order members just casually no-selling one of Shin's amped punches. Or the, orphanage kids. I don't see any one of them just walking it off. I mean, I don't think they'd lose to it, don't get me wrong, but I think they'd take more damage than Haruma did. Haruma doesn't even seem remotely fatigued. So, let's see what Shin does. What does he cook here? Uh-oh. Earplugs. Earplugs. This is what happens. This is what happens when when you read earplugs. Oh, he's going to shatter his ear. What? Boom. Oh, shoot. He broke out of the ice already. Golly. Clap. Jeez. Blew out his eardrums. How are your hands not broken? How do you do, like, I don't know. Your hands, like, they're obviously stronger than you think, but they're also weaker than you think. How did you slam your hands together with so much force that it burst his eardrums, but your hands are still intact? But an attack from the inside will work, right? Oh, guess you can't hear me anymore. Oh, shit. Okay, look at you talking savage. Look at you talking beastly shit. Okay. Guess you can't hear me anymore, huh? Because I shattered them bad boys. He wasn't trying to make me deaf. He wanted to affect me. Ah, that's right. That's right. Because I always forget about that. But yeah, your eardrums are responsible for... It's weird. Your eardrums and, like, I think your, like, little toes are, like, some of the most important things for your balance. Shockingly enough. Like, I know, like, this. It's even why Viltrumites... I know this is a super, like, weird niche example. But Viltrumites they have, like, a weakness to a certain frequency. It's not like just high-pitched sound. If so, they'd be way easier to take out. But like, there's a specific frequency that messes with like the fluid in their ears, which causes their flight to mess up and like everything to mess up. They get into extreme agony if you play that certain frequency. But that's kind of the same thing for humans. If your eardrums are ruptured, like you'll basically immediately fall like Haruma is. And if you lose your big toe, or I think it's your little toe. I think it's like the toes on the end of your feet. You'll also actually struggle to stand a bit because they support you a whole lot. I don't know how. I still don't fully get the biological reasoning behind that, but I'm pretty sure that's the case. Like, hold on, let me see. What toe is the most important for balance? I'm pretty sure it's the tiny one. Let me check if any of them are. Ah, the big toe. Okay, it's the big toe. 2 times the amount of weight as all your other toes combined. Okay, so I had it backwards. It's your big toe that's the most important. So that's why I always say, bet it on your left big toe, because you probably won't be able to stand without it. But, let's see. I used up 1 charge with that clap. Really? I thought you used both. This will probably be my final attack. Tagging Haruma as he's falling. Okay, Shin. Did he just fate? He saw him! Ugh! Horrible, what? Even Shin is like, what? No, sold it. What? Even if the floor becomes a wall, there's not a problem. Oh, that's not a problem if I can do ice climbing. That's metal. Did he low-key become an earthbender? Or, he probably just stabilized. That's crazy. To just, like, obviously, I'm not sure how thick Seba's ice-producing gadget works. But, like, to just pierce your hand straight through ice to immediately stabilize yourself, and stabilize yourself so well on ice that you can just a punch. An amp punch. And don't get me wrong, Shin already is superhuman. Like, by our standards, Shin is a superhuman, even without the gloves. Pre-gloves, early series Shin is pretty superhuman. So to just... Haruma's a monster! But I'm fine with it. I'm still fine with it. I don't want Haruma losing, shockingly enough. It didn't work! Get back! He broke the glove. And his finger, Shin, no! Sorry, I don't know why I make shit hit the Chewbacca, but that Neko Damashi really worked. Oh, and he's cleaning up his ears. Golly, It's a sumo technique where one fighter claps his hands in front of the other in order to distract them. Oh. So that was still sumo. I thought that was just tech, just burst his eardrums. No, that's actually a sumo technique. But then again, I guess I've seen that. I have seen that, I think, where they I think, I'm not sure. I may be confusing something, but I've seen where they'll slam the ground, then clap, and then charge. I don't know. Maybe I'm wholly making that thing up, or I'm thinking of a fighting game. Probably thinking of a fighting game. Let's see. I can walk forward in a straight line. A little bit tipsy. But he immediately readjusted. I'm not gonna lie. Well, to be fair, it's because he's fighting Shin. I guess that's what I gotta give most of the credit for. Haruma so far has felt like the most beastly of all the Order members we've seen so far. Or not the anti-Order members, the orphanage kids. More generally intimidating and beastly than Kumanomi, more than Gaku, more than even Uzuki in a sense. And I think it's mainly because his matchups are always really, really good in order to portray his overwhelming strength. Notably, I'm trying to think of all the other matchups. Kumanomi was kind of done dirty on her introduction. She had to fight an Order member solo in Hyo, and plus had Heisuke, one of the best snipers in the series, only inferior to Kamihite. She had to deal with that at the same time in an open area where they figured out her abilities relatively quickly. So, of course, her matchup and her losing her arm isn't going to look too good. It's not going to sell the whole monstrous angle all too well. Gaku, he has good showing against fodder, but remember Gaku's main event, the main thing that he even came to this place for. It was to fight Takamura, who washed him in the first encounter. Gaku was straight, I can't deal with this man. Help me. He should have said, I did not come here for this. I was not paid enough. Let's go. He was running away from Takamura. And then I feel like Gaku goes a pretty long stream without fighting anybody. He trains the kids. He trains, I forget their names. Yeah, I completely forget their names. But he trains the kids. And then what's his next encounter? Nagumo. The GOAT. So, of course he was going to lose that one. And then he gets done. He gets off screen. He flat out gets off screen by Nagumo. Admittedly, they have a really good close fight. But still, it's more so relative. It's more so balance. There's intensity. Just like Kumanomi wins her fight against Hyo, Nagumo ends up beating Gaku, and Takamura ends up beating Gaku. So Gaku just has straight L's on his book. And then even, Uzuki, they haven't really fought anybody. They fought Sakamoto. And, who else? I'm not sure. They don't really... I'm trying to think. At least, and that's sad. If there is another fight, but it's not coming to mind, it means that Uzuki hasn't really done anything. Their presence is obviously fantastic. They're clearly the leader of the group, and they're most likely still the strongest, right? They're most likely stronger than Haruma. That's probably why Haruma follows them. But at the same time, Haruma he has this ambiance about him. The exaggerated swagger of a sports-loving assassin. He just has that motion behind him, if you know what I'm saying, in comparison to a lot of his contemporaries. And I think his matchups do that very, very good. His initial matchup against that whole JAA executives crew, he just washes them all. No issue. Of course, they're all random fodder, but at least the JAA executive was somebody. It was a named character whose name I forget. And then now he has this matchup with Shin. And even his little matchup with Shishiba, he's the only... Well, he comes out. All of them come out with relatively no damage. But he's the one who gets grabbed by Shin, dragged through a wall, beat up a little bit, and walks it off. Not Shin, Shishiba. An Order member. He just no-sells an Order member's attacks. And Shishiba is commonly believed to be one of the stronger Order members. It's really just a debate between him and Nagumo right now. Obviously, Takamoto is number one, still. And obviously, Prime Sakamoto is about both of them. But Osaragi usually isn't in the discussion, and Kamihite usually isn't in the discussion. And we know there are a couple more Order members, I think. I know the full 10 slots have never been filled, but I think there are confirmed to be some more. But still, Hanuma, he just hasn't had an L matchup yet. Once he does, maybe his prestige will fall off a little bit, but right now, Suzuki-sensei's doing them fantastically, with just their, dominant, Chadley presence strolling everywhere. Let's see. I can walk forward in a straight line. But, need to stop him, or else Mr. Sakamoto will stop. Is it gonna be Shishiba? I think it has to be Shishiba, right? There's no way. Because notably, Shishiba should have cleaned up Kumanomi by now. Once again, I don't want to downplay Kumanomi or anything, but they were struggling with Hyo and a unwilling to execute Heisuke. And like they lost a whole arm and are now relying on a mechanical one. And Shishiba was holding his own for the most part in the 3v1. I'm assuming it's going to be Shishiba. Because once again, I don't think Shin's going to fall here. But I'm glad Haruma isn't losing. Let's see. Stop! Stop! What? Did Protoss use cursed speech? Is this Inumaki? Wait, what? Wait, what? Stop? Hammer time? What is this? And Haruma actually listens? Did bro literally actually... Shit, why do you have, like, powers? Like, his eyes even opened. Haruma's eyes... What? What's this? My body. I don't know what happened, but now's my chance! Uh-oh, eyes closed. Haruma, tank this. Haruma, eat this. Haruma, don't lose. Oh, we don't end, though. We don't end. Okay, so Haruma's fine. I don't think anything's gonna happen to Haruma. But... What in the world? So Shin activated... His ESP evolved to the point where he can command others' bodies, and they have to listen. What in the world? Okay, alright. Interesting. Golly gee willikers, fellas. I'm a bit bamboozled. Okay. That's an interesting evolution. Yeah, so Shin really is just Powers. He's Powers the person. Like, I don't know. It's him and Carolina Reaper. They just have like superhuman abilities. Because like, what was that? Intriguing. Notably, they did recognize him, though. They're like, hey, ain't you one of us? But I guess Shin may have been younger or something. Wow. Alright. A worthy NW chapter. I ain't even gonna lie. I ain't gonna cap to you, though. I ain't gonna cap to you. Wow. That is something different. I do hope that this isn't Haruma's end, though. One, I don't see Shin doing that. I see him, like, knocking Haruma over the swords and being like, I pushed you out, but, you know, I don't execute people. So I can see Haruma losing by technicality here. But once again, if it isn't clear that Haruma still, at least, at bare minimum, a whole tier above Shin by this interaction, I don't know what it is. I don't want to see a single one of you Shin Glazers. I'm kidding. Shin doesn't really have Glazers. In fact, Shin usually has antis. But like, I don't want to see anyone trying to upscale Shin off of this. He literally cheated. Like, well, to be fair, you know, there's no rules in lethal sportsmanship. But like, he literally got Haruma in the perfect position, timed it perfectly, had an external gadget to lock Haruma down, proceeds to disable Haruma's balance by clapping so loud that he burst his eardrums, has Haruma falling, gets no-souled, negged instantaneously, only for him to then combo Haruma after that by unlocking a new ability. So like, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Don't be upset on Shin from this, but this still is a W chapter. Once again, I do like the characterization for Haruma here and his, like, just genuine respect for Shin's willingness to sort of throw his life away, essentially, for somebody else. I do like how Shin is playful and crafty in this. I do like how he uses that multi-step plan, from freezing the water, to getting up in Haruma's face, to clapping them hands, to going in for the punch, and how he tries to multi-step, multi-execute it, multi-play it. And I do like that Haruma stops him. Like, I know I'm so focused on, like, the narrative, the power scaling, but I think that is very, very important for a series like Sakamoto Days, which is heavily based around the power gaps. If Shin were to genuinely beat Haruma here, it would throw everything out of whack. At least in my opinion. Even if it was this situational, if he had beat Haruma here. So I'm happy that he didn't. This is a fantastic chapter. Suzuki-sensei really has a fantastic job of balancing. I'm very interested to see where this goes, though. This, like, cursed thought. I guess it isn't cursed speech. This cursed thought type movement. And I'm excited. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, please leave. Just leave cursed speech. Actually, leave cursed thought in the comment section down below. As thank you so much for watching. Please remember to leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe. And make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any videos that come to the channel. Also, I do have to have a page down below where you can support me for as low as $1 a month. Things like exclusive videos, early content, and more. You also want to become a member of the channel for as low as $3 a month to get the same perks and more. Some of those perks include live reactions to every other series that I review, along with ad-free variations of all my videos, and you can become a $25 patron or a $25 member to order whatever video you want. Now, and to thank you so much for watching once again, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. This is Dagger the Pencil, writing off. I'd like to give a thank you to our $3 members, Connor Plays, Greyhound, Akiz Void, Astro, Red Wolf 4765, Eternal Flame, and Teen Mitgao. And I'd like to give a thank you to our $5 patrons, Steron, Sean, Panda Goat, Midnight Lord 21, Metal Solid Crisis, Kevin, Ignil, and EHAC1. And I'd like to give a thank you to our $7 member, Autumn Mornings Lazo. And I'd like to give a big thank you to our $10 member, Jay Warrior. And I'd like to give another thank you to our $10 patrons, Joaquin and Idemokami. And I'd like to give a gargantuan thank you to our $25 member, Alex Ice Rose. And I'd like to give another gargantuan thank you to our $25 patron, Winter. Along with another juicy thank you to our $25 patron, China Doll 09. And I'd like to give a final giga gargantuan thank you to our $25 patron, Calvin Elder.